Polycephaly is a condition wherein an animal is born with more than one head. Two-headed animals are the only type of multi-headed creature seen in the real world, and formed by the same process as conjoined twins from monozygotic twin embryos. Some cultures think it is a blessing, while others think it's a curse. No matter what people think, one thing we can all agree on is that creatures with this condition truly are unique and strange. Today we will be looking at top 11 weird and rare two-headed animals. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notification every day for more amazing content. Albino two-headed turtle. There have been quite a few cases of turtles with two heads, but most of them, or of the small varieties, turtles with two heads, a condition known as polycephaly, are considered rare and a number of them are kept in museums. A rare two-headed albino turtle, valued at £24,000, has been filmed struggling on a short swim, and it's also struggling to find a new owner, because collectors don't think it will live much longer. The red-eared slider turtle, called Nop, was born with the rare mutation on a farm in Bangkok, Thailand. Its current owner, Noon Orsini, had the creature valued, and breeders gave it a price of at least 1 million Thai baht. However, prospective buyers are concerned about the turtle's lifespan, despite her reassurances that she thinks it will live for a long time. And not surprisingly, an albino two-headed turtle is rarer still. Experts say that such a turtle should not be released into the wild as it is unlikely to survive on its own, and might pass on the rogue gene. Two-headed song thrush. The most commonly observed two-headed animals are turtles and snakes, although polycephalic cattle, sheep etc. have all been recorded. Birds are some of the rarest animals found with two heads. It must be because that any animal with this mutation really have little to no chance of surviving out in the wild. The condition has also been found in fossils dating back nearly 130 million years. So when this bird was found in Syria, a hunter recently trapped and ended what is claimed to be a two-headed song thrush near Tartus, on Syria's Mediterranean coast. Therefore, the idea that a two-headed song thrush might have been able to migrate to Syria seems fanciful at best, and it is widely suspected that this is true. Sadly, the autumn hunting of song thrushes is a popular pastime in Syria, with hundreds of thousands thought to be ended there each year, as part of an estimated 1.2 million individuals of the species slaughtered annually around the Mediterranean basin. But in the case of a two-headed song thrush may be able to migrate to Syria, or maybe two-headed song thrush in Syria causes controversy. Two-headed harbor porpoise. While two-headed turtles and birds are quite common, this next entry baby two-headed harbor porpoise truly is the first of its kind. Back in 2017, a Dutch fisherman fishing in the North Sea caught something truly weird in his nets. Along with his catch of the day, he found a deformed animal, which was clearly just an infant. Unfortunately, the creature was no longer alive when it was fished out of the ocean. Thinking it was illegal to keep such an animal, he subsequently threw it back into the sea, but not before taking a few photos of it. Upon examination of the photos, experts came to the conclusion that what the fisherman found was a baby two-headed harbor porpoise. According to Erwin Compange of the National Museum of History in Rotterdam, says that conjoined twins in whales and dolphins are extremely rare, and he was only aware of 9 other published cases worldwide. As well as being the first recorded case of conjoined twins in their species, the twins are only the 10th known case in the entire whale and dolphin family. However, the true number of incidences is unknown, most likely due to high rates of prenatal and antenatal mortality. Two-headed alligator. This was a plausible possibility. Two-headed animals do exist, and snakes and turtles and certain exotics. They are quite rare though. Bob Watson, the exotic reptile business for 2 decades, notes that the double header produced when a splitting embryo stops partway is a valuable find. An unusual picture circulating on internet space purports to show a two-headed alligator spotted in Tampa, Florida. Allegedly, a guy found the strange alligator along the Hillsborough River. The claims are true. The alligator in the picture is real or fake. The clip in question appears to show an alligator with two heads crawling onto a riverbank. However, the skin color and the tail of it appear unusual. As we searched for its origins, we found the same claims back in the year 2014, creating a sensation at the time. A person named Justin Arnold posted the photograph on social media. The unusual two-headed alligator claims became so popular even Florida wildlife officials looked into it seriously. Deformities in animals, including alligators, do occur, but the hatchlings do not survive long unless they are given extreme good care. Miracle two-headed calf. A two-headed buffalo calf has been born and welcomed as all of the organs and limbs, though the specific structure of the connections varies between each case. Animals with two-headed goat from Wisconsin. A farmer has been left amazed after one of her goats birthed a two-headed kid able to eat with both heads. The incredible creature was born on the Nusk family farm in Wittenberg, Wisconsin, after its mother was found struggling to deliver her baby. Jocelyn Nusk, who manages and milks the goats, has named the animal Janus after the Roman god usually depicted with two faces. The family were hoping to keep Janus as a pet, however were fearful that it would not survive and put its chances on a knife edge. But they have been buoyed following a trip to a clinic where scans showed that Janus was a normal baby goat. The family revealed that it is thought the animal has two brains which are fused together at the back of his skulls. He has two fully formed craniums which are also fused to the spinal cord, while his heart, lungs and limbs are all functioning properly. Two-headed creatures can occur when an embryo splits, as if to form twins, but it does not split completely, in a process known as polycephalic. It can also occur the other way around, with two separate embryos incompletely fusing to form a two-headed creature. Double-headed dragon. Dragons are known as creatures of mythical. No evidence of the existence of dragons has ever been unearthed, much less a two-headed. While a two-headed dragon wouldn't be so out of place in a fantasy novel or a movie, we are obviously not talking about an actual dragon here. But it's a fact that a two-headed dragon does exist. It's alive and well, and belongs to a man who is in the Guinness Book of World Records for owning the largest collection of two-headed animals. That's a very oddly specific entry. But they more power to him. Solid Ray, which is incidentally also a Grammy-winning record producer, is an avid collector of two-headed creatures, and his specimens of two-headed bearded dragons seem to be the crown jewel of his collection. And you heard right, specimens. He doesn't own only one of them. In 2010, he acquired Lefty in Poncho, and then in 2012, he acquired a second specimen which he actually named Jekyll and Hyde. The reason why is because Jekyll shows a more subdued behavior compared to its conjoined twin brother. Hyde has two specimens of two-headed bearded dragons. Two-headed piglet. A piglet in the Philippines has left villagers astounded after she was born with two heads, two snouts and three eyes. The footage was captured in the village of Sultan Kudarat, shows a rare animal, who was the last to be born in a litter of 8, being held by her owner Adelita Dalip. The unusual piglet, who has been named Mariclara, is being kept in a separate enclosure for her own safety, and is being provided with constant care. In the clip, Mariclara's owner holds her piglet in front of locals as the animal wriggles in her arms. She then places a piglet against its mother, who lies in another enclosure. Despite her rare appearance, the piglet has two functioning snouts that allow it to latch onto her mother's nipples simultaneously. Following the piglet's birth, Ms. Dalip expressed that she was startled by its appearance, but now deems the animal to be lucky. The animal has polycephaly, a condition that results in livestock being born with more than one head. The rare genetic defect can affect a number of animals including humans. Mutant two-headed albino snake. A snake with two heads, each able to think and eat separately, and even steal food from each other, has become a popular attraction at a Ukrainian zoo. The small albino California king snake, now on show in the Black Sea resort of Yalta, is quite a handful. The snake's two heads are fiercely independent, are not always in agreement, and like to snatch food from each other, said keepers of the private zoo, called Skazka, or Fairy Tale. Zoo worker Ruslan Yakovenko added that he tries to feed the snakes two heads separately as they sometimes fight for food. The private zoo said king snakes hunt other reptiles, meaning one of the snake's head could instinctively try to attack and eat the other one. The 3-year-old, 2-foot-long, 60-centimeter reptile is on loan from Germany. Visitor numbers had nearly doubled. The snake, believed to be Europe's only two-headed snake, will be on show in Ukraine. Bears and pigeons. Today's best pick shows a photo containing two animals which both have two heads and both are also quite terrifying if you encounter them out in the wild. The two-headed bear, then you better get your eyes checked. That one is clearly a manipulated image. Furthermore, there have been no documented instances of two-headed bears. A fully grown two-headed bear is purely in the realms of fiction for now, at least hopefully. Here is something I thought to show: two-headed pigeon. The photo has been circulated around the internet for quite a few years now, and in any case the photo has been examined by experts, and it has been determined to be a Photoshop, so two-headed pigeon is not genuine. Kitten born with two-headed. This baby kitten has twice the cute face. With the absolute perfect name, Duo has been adopted by California veterinarian Dr. Alf Tran in 2019. Duo was born with a rare condition called diprosopus, or craniofacial duplication, which means she has one head, two mouths, two noses and four eyes. Now 4 months old, Duo has made amazing progress since then, including eating on her own with both of her mouths. She also likes to play with Tran's other cats and begs for her fair share of head scratches like any cat. Duo will likely have to have surgery on her middle eyes, and is still much smaller than other kittens her age. But despite the challenges her condition presents, she keeps on going. Her condition keeps her from developing and growing as quickly as the typical kitten. But while it may take a bit longer, Duo is starting to do all the things her feline friends do, like running, walking, playing. But this little sweetie doesn't let any of that hold her back. No matter how long Duo gets on this earth, what a blessing to know it will be filled with love thanks to Dr. Tran. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Also don't forget to subscribe to always be in the top 10 videos world.